Hey, tough guy, you mind if I whine real quick? I just had a day, and I'd like to decompress here about it. You know that old gag in cartoons where a character steps on a rake and then it flies up and hits them in the face, and then they turn around, step on another rake, and it happens again? That's what today felt like with disappointment. I was bouncing from one disappointment to the other like it was pinball. If my life is an anime, then today was just a useless filler arc that everyone would skip. Now, this is going to be more than just me shaking my fist and bitching about my day. I'm going to give you a review of two things that just recently came out that I was extremely hyped for, only to be let down in a big way. Let's start at the beginning. I'll take you through chapter 1 here. It'll be like an Ashton Hall morning routine, but without the ice water facial. So I got up, prepared breakfast, 4 hard-boiled eggs. I'm a big egg guy. Big whoop. You want to fight about it? Fuck your mother. It's the breakfast of champions. I was pretty ecstatic. Good hard-boiled eggs and feeling great. I then came up here to the dojo, to my domain here, and I immediately hopped on Path of Exile 2 because a couple days ago, 0.2 dropped. That's the newest build for PoE 2. It's the new update. I've talked about this a lot. I love Path of Exile 2. I pumped about 250 hours into the first league, and now the second one's around, and I started it last night. Well, yesterday afternoon. It's much worse. The leveling is so tedious compared to what it was. And this isn't a unique take. The vast majority of Path of Exile players are really upset with the current state of the game, and I totally understand why. I was a little tardy to the party because I've been hard addicted to Schedule 1, so I didn't play the new league on drop. So I picked it up yesterday afternoon. I was not enjoying it. But I figured, it was just Act 1. Maybe Act 1's just exceptionally slow and boring now because they made an effort to slow down the pace of the game and a ton of nerfs. But now I came back today, this morning, and I pumped another 5 or 6 hours into it. Now I'm almost done with the campaign, and it super sucks. It's not hard, per se. It's just tedious. Everything has been nerfed, so I do no damage, but all of the mobs come up and they fucking shake me down for my lunch money, 100 to zeroing me often. Which isn't some new phenomenon. That happened quite a bit in the last league as well, but the problem's been exacerbated here because everything feels so much worse to play. I'm playing on a witch. I didn't play any witch last league, so I wanted to try it this time, and I had heard a lot of complaints that Huntress was underwhelming, so I figured let's start this league with a witch and then go from there. And I've been basically just full dumping into damage, just glass cannon build all on my minions. And it still feels like I'm not even doing damage. I'm more so just going over there and fucking tickling all of them. It feels like my minions are healing the enemy. It takes excruciatingly long to kill just normal trash mobs. It is not fun, and it is a far cry from how it felt in the last league for PoE 2. It has just been infuriating. It is a slog. And don't even get me started on boss fights. I like that they wanted to make boss fights a little more meaningful here, have a little more meat on their bones. I think that's a good idea. But it does not feel good with the current state of the gameplay here, where you just feel so wimpy and weak. I'm not exaggerating. There has not been a boss fight that I've encountered throughout campaign that's taken me less than 8 to 10 minutes. And Zalmarath, don't even fucking get me started on that. Zalmarath, in the current patch here, when you are fighting that boss, that's the boss in the grotto, you're gonna need to stand up mid-fight multiple times, otherwise you're probably gonna fucking collapse and die from deep vein thrombosis. It takes so goddamn long to kill him. You just don't do damage anymore. And I understand that in the last league, there were things that were broken that trivialized a lot of the experience, and I know GGG wants to make it more slow and meaningful combat, but this is not that. It's slow, tedious, and there is no meaning behind it other than suffering. I cannot stand the leveling in the current patch. So I feel like I wasted 5 to 6 hours because then I still have to go through it on Cruel again anyway. And it's just so mind-numbingly boring. It is so boring. I can't even say it's challenging because it's really not. It just feels bad to play. The challenge is in not falling asleep or rage quitting out of frustration for how long it takes to kill normal fucking mobs. But I'm going to push through and keep grinding it because all the changes they made to the endgame sound like such a significant improvement that I'm really excited to get there, and hopefully that's where it starts to shine. But they have completely ruined the leveling process. Act 1 through 3 has been truly miserable. absolutely miserable. Whereas in the last league, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun going through the campaign. I streamed most of it too. Like, I had a good time leveling. Now, oh my god, it's fucking terrible. Disappointing doesn't even begin to cover it. I'm just really surprised that it's in the state that it's in. Like, I don't know who would think that this is an improvement over the leveling experience in the last league. It is, by all definitions, just worse, I feel. I just don't understand what went wrong. I didn't see any complaints about, like, the leveling experience last league. In fact, I saw a lot of praise for the campaign being fun. But maybe I was just in, like, a little echo chamber, my little bubble of friends that really enjoyed going through the campaign. But I don't know. I'll stop ranting and raving about it. But yeah, I got my day off to a disappointing start. Disappointing, again, might not even be the right word. I was fuming. It's been a while since a game's made me, like, actually yelp and yell in anger. But I beat Zalmarath, like, early this morning. And it took me, like, an hour and a half on just that boss. And every time I'd get him to, like, one fucking tiddlywink of health, like one tiny little, like, bumblebee's pube hair away from dying, and then he'd have the minions who are constantly swooping through come through and just immediately proc ice on me, and I'd die. It happened, like, 3 times. I didn't even know my body was capable of some of those, like, Looney Tunes sounds that were coming out of me, just out of absolute, like subconscious frustration. It was awful. Man, so yeah. PoE 2 0.2 is very disappointing. I am so disappointed by it, unfortunately. But anyway, once I finally said enough is enough and I logged out, I then got a little snack, little lunch, which was some turkey meatloaf, and I thought it was a good time to check out the Devil May Cry anime, because it came out a couple days ago and I hadn't checked it out yet, and I'm a huge Devil May Cry fan. I've played every Devil May Cry game, and in fact some of the earliest videos on my channel here were Devil May Cry 4 gameplay videos. I love the franchise. I'm even one of those select few lunatics that really liked the DMC reboot. You know, that really cringe, edgy DMC reboot they made back in, like, 2012? I almost 100%ed that game. I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't as good as, like, Devil May Cry 3 or 4 in my opinion, but I still really liked the game. I thought the gameplay fucking slapped. So, I was pretty excited for the Devil May Cry anime. I had even watched the trailers on stream, and while it seemed kind of silly, like having Limp Bizkit roll in for its intro, it felt kind of on brand, and I thought it could be like a really enjoyable show. I hadn't really heard too much about it. I had a couple of people in chat tell me that it wasn't very good or it was mid, but I say hooey to that, I'll form my own opinion. So I plopped my swampy ass down on the couch, I put that motherfucker on, and man, I was not very impressed. It was just so disappointing. I haven't finished it yet, full disclosure. I'm 4 or 5 episodes in, I can't remember. And I didn't, like, hate episode 1. Like, I actually thought it was, like, kind of a fun start. And there's moments of really good animation, but my god, some of the CG scenes here, oh, it's like Berserk 2016 level. Like, it should not have shipped in that state. Now, overall, I feel like the animation was good. Like, there were definitely some hype moments. Some of the fights were very cool. Thought I had to sneeze. Don't worry, that wasn't like a possession or anything. I thought there was a sneeze that was about to come out, but it went away. But there was like some cool moments with the fights. The big problem with the show is the writing. The plot is serviceable. It's not good, it's nothing special, but I don't think it's horrible. But the writing around the characters, I think, is just so lackluster, especially Lady. When she's introduced, and immediately she's just swearing like a sailor. Like, excessively. It's like when you're, you know, a kid and you first discover swear words, so you start spamming them. Like, that's how she talks. Like, a lot of times in the show, it feels like it's written by, like, some 16-year-old edgy Redditor. It's just kind of cringe pretty often. Now, Dante himself, I think, for the most part, is fine. Like, I don't think they've done an amazing job with Dante, but I don't think they've fucking ruined him either. It's very middle of the road for him. Now, what I will say is good, though, is the voice acting. I actually think the voice acting across the board is pretty good. Like, I appreciated that. It's just the writing. is not good. Maybe in the next episodes it drastically improves somehow, but I'd be very surprised if it did. But I guess we'll see. All I can say is right now, I'm just pretty disappointed by it. Like, it's not horrible or anything. Like, I don't feel like I've wasted my time. It just feels like a letdown. And I think it feels even worse because it immediately followed me suffering through PoE 2 0.2. So I got the goddamn double fudge disappointment scoops here. And then after I finished Devil May Cry, I decided that's probably good enough for now. I'm gonna go take a shower. I hop in the shower only to realize I had no shampoo. So all I had was conditioner, which is why you might see a very big sheen on my hair right now where it looks like my fucking hair is cell shaded. Because all I had was conditioner. So I gotta go get shampoo now. And who knows, with the way the day's going, maybe they won't have any shampoo left in all of Tampa. But I just had to talk about this a little bit because going from PoE 2 to Devil May Cry to no shampoo has just been like a disappointing stretch on the day. And I also felt like giving just like a little early review for PoE 2 and Devil May Cry. So that's really about it. So yeah.